what sort of cases where it's been declined elsewhere from another funder, where perhaps it's not been suitable, but Reward's been able to step in? Is there anything that sort of sticks out for you in terms of, yeah, we've seen some good examples here where where we've been able to help. We'd like to do a bit more of that. Perhaps you.
Yeah, I mean, I think we don't take a one size fits all from a credit point of view. We're looking at a deal to look at what's the security, can they service the debt, and how do we get repaid? Because we're a short term, effectively overdraft revolving credit facility type funder. So we're looking at security, serviceability, and exit. And in those scenarios, that gets us into deals that have got seasonality. It gets into deals that have got poor trading history, adverse credit, all that type of thing. And actually, it's about getting beyond the skin of that. We don't do much kind of approved underwrite or much losing my words here. We don't do much underwriting that's generated from the computers and the systems and auto approval stuff. It's all done manually, so effectively we're looking beyond that. Some of the data points are all automated, but the actual underwriting and credit decision itself is done on a manual basis. And that's because I'm a believer that you've got to really understand what the client is and who they want. And we meet every borrower and we see every piece of security, and that's reasonably unique in this market. But I think that's what it should be, because at the end of the day, you're talking to somebody who's passionate about their business. You need to understand what's going on, how they operate. It's a bit whites of their eyes type thing, and that is a bit of an old school approach, but it's served us well over the 14 years we've been in here. I think the difficulty now, I had a great example on Monday of a deal where I got the lead in direct and spoke to the borrower, and he was looking for £1 million because he'd gone to his high street bank to increase his overdraft. He'd had a tough 12 months. And he'd been waiting weeks and weeks and weeks for the bank to make a decision, and it was now getting critical because he was buying stock and he needed the cash for the stock, and we were looking at something. He got a property portfolio on the side, so it was reasonably straightforward for us. So we got involved. We got invited in on Monday, and you could clearly tell the borrower was in a panic because he'd got orders waiting to be paid for, etc., etc. Didn't think the bank would come through. So we got talking about what we'd do, and he was kind of, well, we'll get this done within a week or two. And I'm like, yeah, but we've got bank deed a priority with other things to deal with. In the end, actually, the bank have done the deal and they've improved, so they've actually done it, but it's taken them weeks, and the stress that the borrowers had to go through to get to that point. And because it's taken so long, he has no alternative route. So he'd come to us, we could have done the deal, but he needed the cash within a matter of days. And because of the structures and the complexity, it would have taken a bit longer. So I think it goes back to my quick no, quick yes. There are examples where borrowers just get pushed so far down the line simply because they can't, not they can't get the funding that they need, but sometimes it just takes so long that it's just difficult.